Reem, if you want to start.
Hey. I just wanted to ask you, did you guys cross paths with BG out there? And what was that like kind of getting to see her? I don't know if you guys have seen her before or was this first time. What was it like just kind of getting to catch up a little bit?
Yeah, for me, I'd only seen her on FaceTime when I was out in Phoenix. So to actually be able to hug her and touch her, it was the best because BG's the best. So it's just good that she's back and here. And I know we're all like celebrating her all season long as we should. But it was just really nice just to give her a hug and ask how she's doing and hang out with her after the game tonight.
I had seen her in Phoenix for Super Bowl, so we got to hang out for a little while there. So this was my second time seeing her. It's always great seeing BG. She just puts a big smile on your face. And yeah, giving her that big hug is always great. Something I enjoy every time I see her.
I know you guys didn't get one practice session and one shoot around since you guys got back. Is that about it?
I think so.
I know, we're always kind of continuing talking about the lack of practice time, but did you feel like you got a good workout yesterday? I know the end of the road trip was a little bit frustrating. Do you guys feel like you were able to kind of adjust some things yesterday?
I think the biggest thing that and controllable thing is our and Coach Toya spoke about it yesterday, was just being a threat constantly. Obviously our timing and spacing offensively needs to sharpen, but I think the more passive we are and the less purposeful we are on and off the ball, then the more easy we are to defend. And so I think so long as everybody, when they have the ball or off the ball, hard cut, hard screen, using the screen at the right time, coming off with pace and purpose, those little things are going to clean up everything. And that's not even what you need to do over practice. That's a mindset. And I think once we've flip that switch and get our mind right, you'll see a different team out there.
For sure. And everybody has the same type of schedule this season. No, it's not like other teams have a bunch of practice that they get to have. We're all on a crazy schedule. Games coming, so you got to learn as you go. You got to be able to learn through film. And again, we need to be in attack mode. If you're passive and looks like you're not going to score, it's really easy to guard. So we need everybody to be scorers tonight.
Did your Phoenix scout anything specifically kind of stand out when you guys looked at tape? They've kind of been up and down themselves, and I don't think they're I'm not sure if their record accurately reflects who they are, but kind of what stood out as you guys looked at their tape?
Well, we know from experience, record doesn't matter. Every night is a battle, and we have to protect our home court. Obviously, they have great pieces, and at any time those pieces can go off, and you're going to have to be able to adjust throughout the game. But I feel like, yes, we had time to at least talk over the scout, go through some of their plays and see different ways that we can guard things.
Just last thing for me, how's Nick?
Great.
Doing
It's doing a lot better now that I'm home.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jen.
Hey, Kristi. Hey, Elena.
Hey.
Hello.
For either of you, Eric was talking earlier this week about how sometimes there's like a little bit like lack of memory of what's worked and what hasn't worked, and needing you guys to kind of keep going back to what's working. What do you think kind of causes that? Is that just going back to like focus that you guys were talking about, or what do you see with that?
Coach?
I think, it's at the end of the day, it always goes on the players, right? That's what I believe. You're the ones on the floor. You actually can impact the game in multiple ways. When you're on the sideline, you can't. So I think for us, it goes back to, being aggressive, being a threat, the way we talk to each other on the bench and on the sideline, giving each other reminders of certain things, like that'll help as far as just retaining information and staying sharp. So those are controllables that we can do, and we'll do them. We've talked about it. We understand that, we've put together better stretches, longer stretches, but we need to continue to extend that. And that comes with focus, that comes with details, that comes with communication. And those are all controllable things. So I think if we continue to just harp on those things as a team, teammate to teammate, the coaches will put us in positions to be successful, but it's our responsibility to maintain that focus, to keep that, foot on the pedal, be in attack mode. And that's the exciting part. It's a fix we're completely capable of.
And then on a completely different topic, maybe for you, Elena, but Kristi, feel free to weigh in too. The hard hat of the game, the dog of the night, seems like it's been a fun tradition for you all this season. How have you enjoyed it, and how has it kind of contributed to the culture that you guys have?
We've been having trouble bringing the hard hat on the road, so that's actually been funny. On the road, it became the hard cup. Because we did not have the hard hat, but I think Tosh is the last to get it. So obviously it only happens after wins. So right now Tosh has the hard cup, but the hard hat is back in the locker room. So it's fun. It's fun to give it to the dog of the night and someone who's doing the little things. Tiana seems to get it like every other game. But she's one of those people that does all the little things. I think Tosh had said it. She does so much that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but she affects the game in so many ways by running the floor every single time to give herself up so someone else is open. So that's what the hard hat's about. And I think the more we can play that way, we'll be more successful.
Awesome. Thank you both.
Christos.
Hello, ladies. Hope you're doing well. Kristi, question for you. Obviously, the win is the most important part in this league. But for tonight's game against the Mercury, what this team needs to do to get back in the winning column and show the bounce back ability? Tough losses to get back to the winning column. How important is to show that ability early in the season?
I think we understand the urgency and what we want, and obviously wins are a part of that. I think, again, it goes back to what we've already kind of alluded to as far as our mindset and our mentality. I think we have phenomenal athletes, phenomenal IQ players on this team. We just kind of have to put it together and use our strengths. And it starts with the mindset of being aggressive and being a threat every single possession. I think defensively, we're pretty sound. I think we're the #1 defensive team in the league. And that's to be expected. That's a goal. That's a standard that we have. So, on that side of the floor, I think we're doing a pretty good job. I think it's the offense that has to just build and find that chemistry. But again, it starts with the mindset. We have to use our stops and get out in transition and go score. We got to be in attack mode all the time because we have the athletes and the personnel to do it. So I think that's a one easy fix because our defense is so good. That should lead automatically right into transition. And then the half court sets, we just use the great playmakers that we have. We have, MVP to my left. We have 3 of the best guard defenders in the league. Tasha's playmaking and, her being more dynamic, getting to the basket. We need that. We need Slim's athleticism, cutting and get into the basket. We need to find Little A in catch and shoot situations or get her stretching behind for open looks. So we have, pieces and things that we can do. It's just a matter of executing and having that mindset of we are going to score on you every single time. And if that's the mindset and that's the approach, I think we should be scoring in the 80s, 90s.
And Elena, question for you. Talking about winning basketball, this team has proved that can play winning basketball. What do you need to do to maintain those winning things to your game as a team to be a winning team at the end of the season?
I mean, everything that Panda just said. And then when things aren't going well, we got to stick together. I think sometimes it's really hard when shots aren't falling or you're just not feeling like you're your best that day. A lot of us will get inside our own heads and kind of go on our own islands. And that's not the way to win. The way to win is to pour into your teammates, and then things start coming, the game comes more freely. So I think if we can find a way to pull the group together when things aren't always going great, that would really help those tough lulls and stretches where we can't seem to, get much done.
Thank you very much.
That's all the time we have. Thank you both.